about the Great American Taxi, man? These are my brothers of another mother from Boulder, Colorado. It's the third band I've actually been the singer of. But before that, you might remember, I used to come to town with a band called the Nervous Wrecks. And then before that, I was in a band that I was initially was supposed to be just a rhythm guitar player, but I ended up getting to be the lead singer of that, and that group too. And to me, that's it's one of those classic show business stories about being in the right place at the right time. So I wanted to tell that story to you now, if that's all right. It'll only take about an hour. Is that good? I was living in Memphis, Tennessee at the time. It was about 1993. And I was playing around in the bars making my living, and I just got a record contract, which was very exciting to me, the idea that I would be able to make songs in the studio and all that. But the only hitch was that the record company, they told me they didn't want me to play any more shows in Memphis until the record came out, and that way when the record came out, we could have a big show. But I made my living playing in these bars, and I'd already blown my advance. And so I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. So I called him up and I said, hey man, I don't know how to keep my lights on or eat food or anything if I don't play in the bars of Memphis. And I remember it was Bob Mercer, he's still a friend of mine, he was in charge. He says, the album's gonna change your life, son. And I said, yeah, but what about till then? And he said, seriously, the record's gonna change your life. So I didn't bring it up again. And I went back home and I started thinking, how am I gonna make a living, man? So I got this idea and I called him up and I said, what if I join another band that I'm not the singer of? They don't say my name. That's not gonna impact our show. And they said, okay, that's a good idea. So I got in the paper and I saw an audition for a guy to play rhythm guitar in a country band. And they needed a bass player and they needed an acoustic guitar player. So me and my friend who played bass, we went in, we auditioned, and it was a band that was gonna play the current country hits of the day. And they were called KK Ryder, and the singer's name was KK, and he had this kick-ass hat, and he had this white leather jacket with tassels that hung down on the side, and when he'd sing, he'd close his eyes, and he'd look and lean into it, and I get the gig, but I'm the rhythm guitar player, so I wouldn't be standing here, I'd be like back here and over here. That'd be my spot, say, right? So I'm standing over there in this group. And now, the story I wanted to tell you about is how I got to be the singer, which is a classic show business story about being in the right place at the right time. We were playing a pool hall in Memphis, Tennessee, and the pool hall had a gimmick where they had a rope swing that hung down from the short ceiling of the bar, red velvet rope swing, and if you lofted up gently on this swing, there was a bell attached to the ceiling and another bell behind it attached to the ceiling. And every once in a while, a cute little girl in a short skirt would come out, get up on this thing, loft up gently, touch the bell, loft back gently, touch the other bell, and the crowd would go crazy because that meant drinks were half price, so there was some sort of special going on until this happened again. And I'd be standing over here, and the swing went back and towards us, so it'd be this girl coming towards us and then back away from us. And I remember on this particular occasion, the band we were playing, that Jerry Jebb, I mentioned him earlier, we were playing, actually Rusty Weir, God rest his soul, wrote this. We were playing, don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? And you all know that one? When you're down, down, down in the country picking sing. So KK Ryder got his eyes closed, he's leaning into it, his tassels are flaring in the wind. I'm standing over here holding down the rhythm. He's singing his song. This cute little girl gets up, lofts gently, touches the bell, lofts back, touches the other bell. Crowd goes great, half-price drinks. We're all having a good time. I'm standing over there playing rhythm. KK's got his tassel swinging. He's singing a Rusty Weir song. Now, here's the funny part. After the girl gets down, a whole other girl, real skinny-looking little Southern girl in a 38 Special t-shirt, she gets up on the swing. And she starts swinging back and forth, and I can tell right away by her age and by what she has on that she doesn't impact the drink specials at all. She's just doing this. And KK Ryder's got his eyes closed and he's singing, and I'm over here. I'm watching this girl, and she's swinging back and forth, and I'm wondering if she's supposed to be doing it, but just as I wonder, I can tell that she's not, because the owner of the bar comes flying out from behind the bar for what I'm imagining are insurance reasons, and he's like, she can't do that. Now, just as he says that she can't do this, her old man stands up, and he's pissed, and he's got a 38 Special t-shirt on too. Different tour, same band. He stands up, and he gets in front of the owner of the bar as the bar owner's trying to tell her that she can't be on this swing, and he's probably thinking, I paid a cover, I'll swing on any goddamn thing I want to in here. He stands up and he sticks his chest out. The owner, you know how guys, the girls don't do this, but guys stick their chests out. You know how they bounce their chests off each other? That means they're upset, I guess. I'm not sure, I don't understand it, but that's where it's at. They're pressing their chests against each other, and they're yelling at each other, and they're not paying attention to her. And she has already lofted up gently and hit one belt, and lofted up gently. She's beyond the lofting and the gently. She's still kicking her legs back and forth like she's on a swing in the park, and she's picking up fucking speed. And they're arguing about whether or not she should be up there, and I'm standing over here like, KK Ryder's got his tassels in the wind, he's got his eyes closed, he's singing that Rusty Weir song with all that he has inside of himself. And this girl is picking up speed. And these two guys are arguing, and I swear to God, at some point it's just going ding, 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 ding. And she's clearly injuring herself. Everybody paying attention knows this at this point, except for these two guys. And then the boyfriend turns around and he looks up and he sees, my girlfriend's clearly hurting herself. He does the dumbest fucking thing he does the whole night. Well, wait a minute. I don't know where they went afterwards. So he did the dumbest thing that I saw him do the whole night. He turns around, and as God is my witness, he grabs this rope to stop his girlfriend. Abruptly grabs it. She comes flying out of it like a catapult towards us. KK Ryder's got his tassel swinging, his eyes closed, his hat on, he's singing with all his heart. I'm standing over here playing rhythm guitar. Here she comes right at us, man. And I wouldn't make this up, and who would? She lands right in front of these monitors, right between the monitors and the microphone stand. The microphone stand goes this way, back that way, like James Brown trick, and then hits KK Ryder right in the chips. Boom! Hits him right in the mouth, and he's out like a light. And he goes down this way, and he's laying this way. I'm pretty sure this chick was unconscious as she was coming towards us, but she's as unconscious as well, and she's laying this way. So they're forming a T. The microphone has corrected itself, and it's still standing there. She's unconscious this way, he's unconscious this way. I'm standing over here. And I'm thinking to myself, I know the words to this one. One of them classic show business success stories about being in the right place at the right time.